Angelyne.
Her name is Angelyne, and she's a celebrity.
The image of a woman about to explode from her spandex has graced hundreds of expensive billboards.
Who is that girl? And what does she do?
I think I'm a billboard junkie. My billboard just went boom!
Paparazzi.
Ooh! Also love to tease.
Hello, welcome to Goblins. Bisou and I are typing Angelyne today. She's a star into herself. She made herself a star. She's famous for nothing, quote unquote. That's her tagline. And as she likes to remind people in interviews, she came before Paris Hilton and all of the influencers. She's the original influencer, Angelyne. Yeah, this is Angelyne. She's like, I don't know, 70 or something now, but she's been tooling around Hollywood for a while. She was in a band. But yeah, she was in a band. She has Baby Blue. She does have songs that she made a long time ago, but I don't really know how she makes her money. Like, she seems to just have all these, like, I don't know, like old, maybe foreign men that pay for everything is what it's kind of the impression that I get. But we can watch like a hot 3 seconds of her.
I rate them from 1 to 10. How they kiss and if they're men. I met Johnny at a party last night. He's just a playboy, but that's alright. 'Cause I'm a playgirl and he's my boy. He's so sweet, he's so cool, he's so warm, he's so hot.
She's kind of like Betty Boopish or something.
Yeah, I think she's a 7. She's very caricature-like,
Yeah.
but
We're in front of her mural of a caricature of herself.
yeah,
A caricature within a caricature. This
yeah.
was like her
You know,
old self. She kind of looked 9 to me, like in the past, like when she was younger, but not that that means much. But yeah, she seems assertive.
That's interesting. Yeah, she definitely made herself into very much of a character, so that can sometimes be hard to unravel.
But yeah, she obviously looks like a Barbie of some kind, like, and
Yeah.
I mean, she has something kind of twee about her in the sense that she's sort of this like over the top, boobs out, mommy
Mhm.
kind of mummy of Hollywood sort of thing. But I don't think that she is
Mm.
actually Two-Face.
Yeah, and she just doesn't to me look or feel like a heart type.
Home of the real billboard queen. Yeah, her whole aesthetic is herself. And she obviously sells like merch with herself on it. I think she has like merch in her car trunk and she like hawks it on the street and like makes people pay for photos with her. And then she tries to upsell them like with a like a t-shirt or something. Play safe, boys. Yeah, I mean, and 7s love their gays. There's a point right there.
Oh, yeah.
If they're a gay icon, they're probably 7 or like 2 or something.
Probably.
Better than Barbies. Oh, she got married? Drama director Mike Sangiorgio moved into a love
You
nest.
love Ned.
Oh, he died. He came to me in a dream and kissed me goodbye and hello. See you in paradise soon. I'll be waiting. You'll see it, or you'll love it. Peach Fire. Wait, there was an Angelyne art show? Is it her art or is it just of her? That's crazy. That's hilarious. She's definitely like some kind of cult icon.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Angelyne. Woo! Those are my puppet friends. We need to support them for adorable. And you love them, don't you? Just as much as you love me. Woo!
She kind of does that Paris Hilton thing of switching between baby voice and then like regular voice too. Like
Right.
I kind of do put that in the two category, but I've noticed that it's not all like I've tons of types that are not twos do that. Oh yeah, and I don't know if she still is running for governor. I did just type tan mom. I typed tan mom 972 and she's trying to run for mayor or something. So I don't know if there's sorry, I'm not trying to like pull this over to she's two fixed, but maybe there's some sort of combination that's drawn.
I mean, she has a 2 and 3 look to her. Based on what I saw, like of her in advance, though, it's just like we can get to it. She just doesn't seem.
Depend on her stacking, I think, if she's two fixed or three fixed.
But yeah, what if she's like?
Have to almost see her interacting with one of her lovers. I feel like she's got lots of lovers, but like, who knows? Yeah.
She feel like a 7, like I don't know. I'm just trying to think. My initial thoughts were 793.
Yeah.
I'm wondering about like 782 or 728 or
Yeah. It could be there's something kind of not quite like I know I was landing on 7 wing 893 as well, and but there's something kind of like just aesthetically so over the top that it's like
Hollywood sex symbols Angelyne and Edie Williams. Author and philosopher Erica Jong is also here to try to make sense of our breast obsession. Women and their breasts, from the bodacious to the barely there. That's what Angelyne calls herself part of the Hollywood landscape. She is most famous for the 85 by 44-foot painted mural of herself that adorns the side of a building on the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Her previous claim to fame, in case you've never been to Los Angeles, was a billboard with her name and a phone number that was on Sunset Boulevard. Angelyne, when men come up to you, what's the first thing they look at?
Well, you know, they look at my chest, but then they make their way up to my lips and then my eyes.
And how do you feel about the fact that they don't make instant eye contact, that they have to work their way up?
Well, they just can't help it. I understand.
Yeah, I'm curious about something. I know about the billboards and everything, you know, spending so much of my life out there, I obviously have noticed them. But what is it you do exactly?
Well, actually, I'm very talented. I sing, I dance, I can act, but it's so much fun being famous for nothing that I don't really want to, really. People come up to me all the time. What do you do? What do you do? So.
I mean, that's a little bit 7-3-ish there, but like she's kind of flexing.
right.
People just come up to me all the time, but it's like I think if her instincts or something like social last or something, like maybe she has a two fix, but
PSX, like she's so into her own look.
because I
But,
don't
like,
feel like
so
she's
very-
sexual last, you know. She could be SPSX actually.
Because I could also contribute to some of her like seemingly over the topness is like a lack of social. She clearly has social awareness, but that's baked into like 7. It's baked into 3. It's baked into 2. But she might be SPSX, I think.
Because there's something like weird about her, like something singular about her that I'm just kind of like, I don't
Yeah, and something that it's so concentrated. I don't know how to describe it. It's like very concentrated, and it's so much like socials tend to have more variety, I think. She is like very committed, like
yeah, committed to the bit.
this brand, this caricature.
Actually, that could be why she kind of looks almost 9 wing 8-ish too, because I feel like suppressexuals often look kind of like 9 wing 8.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Well, it must be your mind. It must be. But with
Actually,
I was just wondering how big are you? I mean, what's your, measurements?
If you want to know that, you'll have to come all the way to Hollywood and measure me.
You'd like that.
Look at these people in the audience. Like, can you? Like, this is a farce. Like, what the fuck are we watching? This is so.
Right.
They're watching her on a TV. Like, they got together to watch Angelyne talk about her tits on a TV. All of these people.
And they're pretty close to it.
I might run a lot faster than you could get here,
Well,
but we could give it a try.
yeah, I think I was interested only in an academic sense. Men are so obviously fascinated with Edie Williams in her movies, or even Angelyne in your billboards. Are men fascinated by you, Angelyne?
You know they are.
How old were you when you noticed that you were, evolving into a well-endowed creature or a person?
12.
Now, how did you?
Well, I had to start early.
Yeah, how'd you deal with it? Or how did you have any bad experiences?
Well, it was mostly fun, but you know how guys are.
Even at the age of 12?
I kissed a guy when I was 12 years old. But that's, what I was going to tell you. It's not just men that are obsessed with it, but I think women like them too.
Well, tell me more about that.
Well, I like to look at women that have large breasts. It turns me on to think about my body being turned on by a man. It's sort of a strange psychological thing that I have.
Yeah, it is.
She's right. Like, I mean, studies have proven that that's how women actually get I don't know, say primarily, but like mostly turned on is by seeing other women and then seeing, like, I don't know if vicariously putting themselves in their places, but like it makes them see their power or something like that.
She's kind of centering herself as this like sexual icon or this like iconic thing.
She feels solid. She feels very solid.
I was trying to follow there, but I think you lost me one.
I know. Well, that's why I'm different.
Yeah. Have either of you had, kind of artificial help in building up your breast size?
No.
You've never had an implant, Angelyne, or anything like that?
No.
I mean, not everybody has to look alike.
Good.
There are beautiful women in this audience who are over the age of 60, and they want to feel good about themselves too. And somebody likes to cuddle them in bed at night too. I mean, I think this is a tyranny for women in this culture.
She's right about what she's saying, but we should still look forward to high technology. We're making progress. Well, it's true.
Kind of a positive reframe right there. I think the 7 had, I can see the benefit to myself.
This is Angela.
Because if she's social last, then she's kind of missing that 2E piece of like helping others, sort of, where it's more just like she's like the mummy kraken that will like just pull you into her like clutches. And if she's doing that, if she has a 2 fix.
The billboard queen, probably the most famous person in Hollywood. Is that a reasonable description that you would do that?
Yes, I am the most famous person in Hollywood, and this is Doug. Isn't he darling?
That's the way I would expect.
Because I almost feel like the 3 stuff that I'm seeing is actually just like some fake, like stupid SP7 shit or something, where she's like, yes, I'm the most famous person in Hollywood, where it's not even maybe like a genuine her trying to get this image of success, and it's just her being.
Yeah, I think she has a 2 fix.
It just makes so much sense aesthetically for like her Betty Boopy Barbie thing, and like her voice and stuff. Like, and this is this is sort of what I would imagine for like
I'm so lucky. I spin on top of the world. Maybe you'll be lucky too. Listen to my song.
Hello, goddess. Speak. Look at that. She's got 2 fans here, one in her hand and the other one sitting.
What she's doing right now, she's being kind of like intrusive and gross.
Yeah. Well,
But she's also being very flippant with him. Like he's just kind of like a little toy for her to.
Yeah, I mean, she seems flippant overall and very smart. Not that 7 is smart, but I think like I said, I
Hey!
don't think she's no, 7 is a very smart type. I think she's
Like you think that this is like a
knows
person.
what she's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she totally knows what she's doing. But it's also like it's unlike a 3 though. She's doing it for the kicks. Like she gets lifeblood out of this or something. Like she gets some kind of aliveness. It's not like she's just like a 3 who's grinding it out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. She's like really set up. She's not trying to like project like
She's
an
having fun still. Like she's having fun while being herself and being this persona she's created that she's very adept at.
Mm. And I could see like a self-pres sexual, like 7 with a 2 fix being very transactional, just like with that rejection piece and self-pres, like where she's just good at like getting money from men and like figuring out how to like make it continue
Right.
feed the Angel
Right.
machine. Like her aesthetic to me looks like like 279 or 278 with
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, Angelyne, how long have you been doing this billboard thing?
My billboards have been up for 8 years. So I've become part of Hollywood as a Hollywood icon.
You're as famous as the Hollywood sign.
What made you say that? Oh,
I think I
you
read it
read
on
it.
page
I
2.
just said it because everybody else was saying it.
Right after the bit about the new love goddess of the now future.
Oh.
Did you invent that, or did you have Scott write that for you?
It was written for me.
The new love goddess of the now future.
Mm.
It's a wonderful piece of prose. What does it mean exactly?
Well, it means, if you don't mind me getting scientific, if this is now, then a second from now will be the future, and we're already there. So we're moving forward into the future constantly.
So you're here to stay?
Yeah.
On billboards?
Yes.
you know, and she kind of has that fembot, like Stepford Fairy sort of thing that I kind of associate with almost like 279 try when it's like not always, but like there could be 8 inflinks, or she could just have like double 8 wings that's making her sort of
Yeah, I think it's probably double 8 wings. She seems pretty positive.
And in movies.
How many billboards do you have, actually?
200.
Whose concept was it? To
It
promote you?
started out when I was in a rock band in my teens. I did punk rock.
What was the band?
It started out being called Black and Blue, and then went to Baby Blue, then I went to Angelyne. Because I was fronting the band, they got more attention. So...
Yeah, I don't know if we'll end up watching because I can't remember what clip it was in, but I think she also likes taking credit for stuff and like making sure her credit's known. And like, I do kind of put that in the 7/8 space more than any other type I've noticed. Like, because I do pay attention, like other types, like 3-wing 4s, 4-wing 3s, and whatever can get into it in the media. But I've noticed like 7/8 space, especially like if somebody has 7 and 8 in their type, they can get really like jacked up about.
Yeah, she seems very, and because it's very natural to them, you know, when like 3-4 types do it, it's like comes off as unappealing or whatever, but like they do it very naturally. 7/8s. We saw another clip. She was talking about, I don't know, it was somehow like how she was the original influencer or whatever, and that's what kind of like I guess think was like a red herring for a 3-wing 4 because it seemed like something a 3-wing 4 would point out. But I could see a 7/8 doing that like for sure as well. Like, and they're more likely to be the first, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true because they're innovating and they're expansive.
Yeah, because they're not crippled by the shame of if they fail. Like she just went for it and did it.
That's a really good point actually, because yeah, I do see like yeah, like because I've tracked a lot of celebrity feuds to try to find the typological overlap, and it is usually 7 wing 8, 8 wing 7, or someone like 3 wing 4 with 7 or 8. Like it's there, or like Prince sometimes had feuds
Mhm.
4 wing 3 with 7. I'm not sure if his is 7 wing 8 or not, but there's something that goes on, and like you're right. Like I think 7 wing 8 is like more like I don't give a fuck, I want it. Like, and yeah, 3 would be going through
Right,
the process
exactly.
like
And that's what
how will
she's
it look?
she just went for it. Like that's what sevens are known for. Like I think we should remember some of like the archetypical qualities of the types that are sometimes forgotten. Like 7 is known for leaving the farm and going to the city and going for your dreams. Like literally, though, it's true. Like that's something that sevens will do much more often than other types.
Interesting.
They have the guts and they have the drive.
I think you pointed out when we looked at her before that there's something like kind of industrious about her that you were like, is this
Mhm.
self-pres? And I think that also like her, if she's like got self-pres and then wing 8, it's like, because 8 is like kind of conqueror, gimme, 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 like
Mhm.
someone's gimme, and then 8's like mine. So it's kind of like this combination of her
Yeah, it seems like
taking
she
over
has a
all.
9 wing 8. It seems like she has a 9 wing 8 fix, but with a definite double 8 wing going on. But like the 9 wing 8 fix helps like smooth out or help her like doll up some of her very like double assertive energy coming from her core.
Yeah. And she does look kind of dissociated or checked out a lot in these interviews. She's sharp and quick, but she's also just sort of like,
No, but I love that one where she's
she whips the thing.
getting mad at the guy in the parking lot. I think that's a good one of her.
Yeah, this shows
Like it's
the
very raw.
yeah,
Yeah.
sort of frustration type, like because yeah, like sevens are still prissy princesses.
This
Like
is what I remember of her the most. Like I don't remember her pinup pictures, her whatever, but I remember this and thinking it was hilarious and that it made me like her.
got 9 wing 8 hair happening here.
Yeah.
Angelyne, what
Please don't do that.
what do you think about Billboard Queen? Do you have any comments about Billboard Queen? Oh, somebody made a biopic, about you, and I don't know why you're ashamed to show your face. I know you want money all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we come in peace and love, hun. You're beautiful. Oh, all right. Billboard Queen. No comment? Oh, come on now. I do. Oh, that's a battery. That's battery. You know you can go to jail for that? How did I assault you? I did not. I got it on video, babe. Be careful.
I love that she's like whipping cups at people and wearing like a peace dress. I don't blame her though. Paparazzi are annoying. I would be like totally psychotic. 7 wing 8 space also 7 and 8. They have a whole thing with revenge, I think, too. And I think she probably doesn't tolerate shit from these. She's probably so sick of these fucking. And also, she
Yes,
probably wants it like on her. Because even though she's not an image type, she does have something imagey about her in the sense that she wants to curate her how she's seen and everything. And I've noticed 7
Mhm.
like that a bit too.
But she's also rolling around like, if you don't care if you care about your image, but you just can't bother, you usually would wear like sweats or something like that. And like, look at, I mean, her getup. I don't know, it's just very, she's just being herself.
Yeah, she's always in.
And I don't know how old she's here, but she's like very still like energetic and fierce.
She looks amazing for her age, and then like sense that she's just like living her best Angelyne life. Like
Wild as I am. That's what I know.
What else?
She's wonderful.
What?
She's absolutely wonderful.
Remember the first time you met her?
Yes,
How was it?
it was a wonderful experience. We connected right away.
How long ago?
Oh, maybe about 5 minutes ago.
I need to be.
Hi, I just want to say something to everybody. We must party. Party, party, party.
It's like she's not doing anything super two-y, but it's like it's kind of almost like default, like it's like process of elimination. I just feel like she has to be two fixed, like 2 and 3 fixed. It's just like she's like very hexad.
It's her whole, it's almost like she's a 7 who has created an image of like a 2ing 3, like hostess with the mostest, or like, I don't know how to put it, like mommy, like just like the whole look and her whole like vibe of being like for other people's pleasure.
Oh yeah.
But she's doing it from the core 7 headspace, and that's just like the persona she's taken on. But I don't think she could have done that successfully without a 2 and 3 fix. Funny commentary.
Kind of has that 7-2 diva thing too, like 2 with assertive.
Yeah, well, it's also just like very giving. It's like she's creating herself as this person to give entertainment, enjoyment, other whatever to other people, versus like the self-absorption that you get from like more of a 3 or a 4 fix.
2 with 7 can be kind of narcissistic and demanding. Like they can be like, well, I'm giving you XYZ, so now you give me like what I want. Like they're way more bratty.
I think one of the things I said is that she, like some of her humor and like her funny comments, I think is not just 7, but also 2 and 3 fix. Because like 2 and 3 fix can be very, not always, but like have a kind of funniness or sass that like the other image types more withhold on. And she's just very just like, I'm just gonna put it out there. Like she doesn't hesitate to put it out there. A thought comes to her mind and she goes for it. Like, which seems more too fixy.
So yeah, they made a show about Angelyne and she's like disgusted with it. And then she tried to retake the narrative and make a documentary about herself, and I don't know if that went well either, but frustration type's gonna frustration type.
Thoughts of her as casting. She's perfect because she's completely opposite of me. It's kind of like a parody. It's completely perfect in that sense. It's not me. I mean, I'm sexy, I'm a kitten, I have a soft voice, but she's every opposite.
Yeah, and that's some 2-y shit right there. I'm sexy, I'm a kitten. Not a kitten, bitch.
All those things. So I think it's interesting that way. No great artist wants them copied in an unprofessional manner. I mean, it's nothing I wanted. I thought I wanted it, but live and learn. Okay, live and learn. It's not.
To be like the triple positive dream collapsing when she sees.
Yeah.
I mean, it was super miscast. Like I don't know what Emmy Rossum is, but I think she's like Karen-ish adjacent or something.
Not remotely like her. No. Could never play her.
No, it would have been better to have like I don't even know who, not Drew Barrymore, but like somebody that's got that more like kind of thing naturally.
Even just an off-name actress who can pull off her look and vibe.
Yeah. Even Megan Fox would have been better than
anyone.
Yes, we won't go there.
It's not I would ever want to have happen ever again, ever. Live and learn. Had a dumb blonde moment and, had no idea. I mean, she told me she was going to do a great job and, she was crying and trying to convince me that she was going to do her best. And I just, I didn't see it that way. At least
It seems super 7/8 though. It's just like telling it like it is, like not caring.
And kind of a super ego pride judgment or something about like, I'm disappointed, like you didn't do what you said you were gonna do. And like 9 self-victimizing, kind of like, I know I agreed to it, but like I thought I wanted it, but I didn't. And now I feel violated.
I didn't.
But also like this thing that she's doing with her glasses, it's like, is this some weird sex stuff that she does? It's like she's got like a fan or like it's like some social.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think sexual dom though. It's too
No,
robust
she's
or
too
something.
solid. Too solid. Yeah, robust, solid.
Maybe people will, but maybe they won't. There's nothing like the real thing, you know? Because I represent something complete. I'm trying to inspire the world with pink and love, and, like I've done, inspired Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton and all of you, all my fans. And for someone to,
Now back to the 7/8 thing. I think that, I mean, I think sevens with this 9 can have this, but I think seven, whether 7 wing 8 or 7 with an 8 fix, has way more of a ego identification into originality and like yeah, like a 7/9/3, 7 wing 6/9/3 or something. Like
But
it's
yeah, and it's like I said, they're the ones more likely to like pioneer. You know, she did this at a time when it wasn't low risk to do it for her.
yeah.
You know, she had to put all of herself into it, but she just took that risk, made that leap, and stuck to her guns and like made something out of it. Like, but that's not something typically an image type is gonna do, right? They're gonna revector and like be more like frankly, like generally more cowardly.
not come across that way or not be able to do that, that's my life's work. You know what? I don't think anybody could, really, because I stand for something. Like, if you call me the original influencer, is she an influencer? No. She's trying to do an influencer, and only the influencer knows what's going on. That's why if you see my film, you'll be even more inspired. It's not about money, it's about the art, the inspiration. There's no amount of money in the whole world that can do what I do. Nobody can buy that. Can you?
And yeah, and it's funny because I don't know if I would say this is line to 4 in the heart space, but it's like there's some, I feel like hexad hearts have way more ego identification to their self-expression than like 3 hearts often do, where it's like, this is my thing, like, like this is my sort of course 3s can get like that, but I think with hexad heart it's like intensifies the sort of personal stamp you're trying to,
Well, here I would say she's doing a good impression of a 3 wing 4 fix, like in the sense of what you might expect with the competitiveness, the claiming credit, and all of that. But when you think about it, a real 3 wing 4 fix would do the professional thing and not go off like this. Like she's just kind of shooting from the hip and like doesn't care about seeming like professional. It's just very like all roads lead back to her.
well, I think 3 wing 4 as a core type would do this, but I don't know about fix like so much, just because I like, just with my feud tracking and my like rivalry tracking that I do, it does seem to be like 3 wing 4s who will freak out, like Madonna or somebody like calling out Lady Gaga and stuff like that, um but I feel like 3 wing 4s a fix is not gonna like be as like,
Yeah, the fix, not
right?
necessarily.
I feel like it almost is like hexad heart fix that kind of ramps up that, like, especially with 7 in the lead, where it's like I'm original, and then it's like that ego identification.
Mhm.
like of that extra piece with the heart thing where it's like 4 or 2, making it
Yeah.
like
Well, it's just like she's just very much exuding outward. Like there's a lot of exuding.
I guess she would also be kind of like the scariest triple positive you could probably.
Which is what's cool about her.
And to be totally like superficial, she's kind of doing eye makeup that I put in the 7/8 space.
Yeah.
It has that like dramatic, just over the top eyeliner.
Can you buy a heartache? No. Can you buy love? No. Can you buy Angelyne? No. I didn't want to be
I don't believe that.
confused. I didn't want to give them the good luck that I give to people when I'm in shows. It doesn't have my approval. I haven't seen it, but I just don't like anybody playing me. And that's really
I think this is more 7 ego too, where it's like just being in my presence is magical. Like,
Right.
I don't get that.
Only I can really play me.
Yeah. I mean, she's selling me on it.
the bottom line. I have nothing good to say about it. I have nothing bad to say about it, only that I hate anybody playing me. But the thing is, it created a latitude for me to be able to do my own show.
Actually, that's a good point too that she said, like, because she's not even looking at it. I think that speaks to her rejection influence too, and just 7 just being just so narcissistic. They're not even interested in like what you're doing over there. So Angelyne, self-pres sexual, 7 wing 8, 9 wing 8, 2 wing 3. So she's triple positive with a double assertive shadow. I think she did highlight though the narcissism of 2, like because I think we got her heart center right, and I feel like kind of like 2 and 2 fixes are often painted as these like overly giving, self-sacrificing nuns or something, and I think that that's true of you get like 269 or 962 or something like that, where it can kind of be like that. But you throw in the mix like 7, a bit of 8, like you're getting a totally different person.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, that's 2 is my favorite heart. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't pick favorites, but it almost for a type like that, it's like a weapon almost that you can use. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the 3 and 4, they're hindered in a way that as a fix, 2 and 3 isn't. As a fix, 2 and 3 can be so open and they just amplify almost the core personality. So it's very powerful. Like 2 energy is very powerful.
Mhm. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because it's a phallic energy, and she did have like billboards everywhere of herself. That's sort of like almost like a dick pic in your face on some level of like, she's not leaving your consciousness. Also the 8 aspect of like expanding and taking up every lane with 7 and 2. It's like I'm gonna be in your consciousness.
Yeah.
I do think 9 wing 8 though in the gut center.
Yeah, I do think 9 wing 8, but she's close because of the double wing 8, she's close to that 7-8-2 archetype, which I could almost see for her, but she does seem triple positive in the sense she seems like she never lost faith. I mean, if she did, it's very private and deeply hidden. She shows no signs along the way of ever losing any bit of faith in herself. It only grows stronger.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, she's an inspiration. I mean, she is an inspiration in many ways. Like, why can't I be like that?
Yeah, like I feel like I kind of roasted her a bit, but I find her fascinating because any woman who will put themselves out there like that, it's like that takes fucking balls. Like,
Oh
and
yeah.
this was like
And
way before like anybody else was.
yeah. I mean, she's not wrong that she was like the original or one of the originals, like doing that. And it's like I said, like that, doing that is like a pioneering type thing, and it takes extreme balls. It takes a lot of fortitude and like believe, like just gutsiness.
Yeah, and she's missing that social piece of involving other people too, where I'm sure she's like involving
Right.
her for the billboards, but it's like it's all about her and like her insular
Hmm.
magical
Yeah, just
conflicting
yeah.
with Hollywood.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get like some Angelyne merch now.
Me too.
Smell like a rose, taste like a tangerine.